Thank you for coming out to the Dodson's Pro Shop Showdown. We have two squads today, 10 o'clock and 12:30. On each squad, you're going to bowl 4 games of qualifying. In the 4 games of qualifying, you're going to determine the top 16 bowlers going into your match play. So from there's going to be some buys. We'll kind of explain that a little bit later going into it. It is an $80 entry fee, and we're paying $1,000 on top today. So should be a good day. I'm looking forward to it. We have some great bowlers that are in the house. We got Mike Machuga here. We have Gary Mcgranahan, Bucky Buchanan. We have people from Jeff Zaffino is here.
From all over the area. We have Jamestown, Warren, Pennsylvania, Erie, Pittsburgh. So we have a pretty good variety of everybody, and they're going to be bowling on Alcatraz, which is a sport pattern, a little different from your normal house shots than what you see in leagues.
So it's just great to see everybody coming out and the local support that we have. Street Track and Trailer is our main sponsor here today. We also have Marquette Savings Bank. We have a couple other sponsors that are helping us out with this. Dodson's Pro Shop, of course, as a host. Steve Nagy and Steve's Pro Shop. He's out of Jefferson, Ohio. He actually donated a bowling ball for the just to give away. So we gave that away to somebody today.
Also donating $100 to somebody who shoots the first 300.
So we'll see what happens there, and looking forward to today's event. All right, well, we got Gary Mcgranahan here, and I just wanted to, he made the top 16 today, or actually the top 4 off of the first shift, 10 a.m. And so, Gary, where's your hometown from?
I'm from Greenville, Pennsylvania.
Excellent. And so do you know what your today's totals were?
I had 8-10, which was plus 10 for the first squad, which led the squad.
Yeah, so plus 10 actually led the squad. If you don't know what plus 10 means, 200 is an even number. And so that means he only shot basically a 202 average for the day, 202.5 average. And Gary, what is your current average on your league?
Right now I'm currently averaging 237.
So you go from a 202.5 to a 237 for league. So today's pattern that we put down, it's a sport pattern, so it's obviously a lot more difficult, for bowlers to come out here to accomplish. And so you basically have to grind this out. Gary, do you know what your top accomplishments are in bowling?
I guess I would have to say my most memorable moment bowling would I finished 3rd place in the 2001 USBC Nationals in singles. And I guess I've had 3 times in my life I've gone back-to-back 300s.
That's pretty good if you ask me. I know that the USBC Nationals is pretty tough conditions for sure. So that's awesome. Now, when you're bowling, do you have specific ball choices that you like to use? Is there one company that you go with? Do you like different surfaces, things like that?
I really don't stick with one company. I have various company bowling balls in my arsenal. Today I did use a Track Heat. It's a less aggressive ball. It matched up good for me today, so and I was able to come out on top first squad.
Yeah, definitely grinding it out. Now the top 4 qualifiers did receive a $25 gift certificate for Cannon's Chop House. So Gary, he's going to have dinner on Cannon's.
I might invite Josh.
Gary's buying. And then, so in general, what does bowling mean to you?
I've been bowling since I was 5 years old. My grandparents used to own a bowling center in Greenville. It gets frustrating once in a while, but we stick it out, and I love the game. There's nothing better I'd like to do with my Sundays.
Awesome. And then one last thing, just something off the chart. What's your current profession, and what do you like to do outside of the bowling area?
Right now, we have a family business in Greenville. It's Mcgranahan Plumbing. I've been doing it for 25 years, and I love it. Besides bowling, well, I love bowling more, but.
That's awesome. Is there anything else that you'd like to share today? And we appreciate you coming out and bowling here.
I would just like to thank the sponsors today. Awesome job. I mean, we couldn't have this today if we didn't have the sponsors. So.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming out, Gary.
Thank you.
Good bowling. Good luck in the finals.
Thank you.
All right, we got Mike Machuga here. Mike Machuga is from Erie, Pennsylvania. He was qualified 2nd on the top 4 here at the DPS Showdown. It is a scratch tournament. And his totals were actually even, which means he averaged 200 for the day on this demanding pattern. So, Mike, what's your top accomplishments that you have here in bowling?
Well, I was on the PBA tour for a number of years, 13 to be exact. A couple titles out there are probably without a doubt, my biggest accomplishments.
That's awesome. Do you remember what your best accomplishment on the tour?
Well, obviously the wins. The first win was special, and then the second one to run the ladder, playing a part of the lane that wasn't really played that week, and to do it kind of like my mentor Norm Duke has done many, many times. That one sticks out also, but definitely my wins.
That's awesome. Now, I will say that Mike Machuga is known for the Machuga flop. If anyone's ever seen the Machuga flop, it is something to see. Even when he wins locally, I've seen it done here in the local area. So today, if he happens to make it to the top 2 and wins today's championship, you never know. It might be seen. With age, I'm not sure if you still do that or not.
The body's getting a little sore, fighting some wrist issues right now, but a win's a win, and the flop is always fun.
Now, Mike, I know that you were sponsored back in the day on the tour. I'm not sure now what you decided to go with ball choices, and maybe what did you use today?
I'm a free agent. When I was on tour and they were giving me a paycheck, it was worth it to commit to a brand. And Brunswick and Deviate always treated me great. But now, I also own a pro shop like yourself, and I think it's beneficial for me to be a free agent to be able to know what the other companies have. So today, I actually was trying to throw a different ball every game because I haven't been bowling a whole lot lately, and I really need to see what my new weapons are doing out on a good competitive environment. You can't get a good read off of equipment on league patterns because the league patterns, the oil pattern actually kind of guides the ball to the pocket. So you really can't see the differences in your equipment very well until you get into good challenging environments like you have out here today, which I think was a great pattern. Really rewards good shot making and spare shooting, which is what this game really is about. When you get down to the nitty gritty of it, the better bowlers always want to see conditions like this. So I started out game 1. I used a BTU right around the second arrow, Brunswick Fanatic BTU. Game 2. I went to a Brunswick Magnitude 035 and played the third arrow. Third game, I went to the fourth arrow, used a Motive Venom Shock, and the fourth game, I went into the fifth arrow, and I used a variety of stuff and only shot 170, and I really don't know how I would do it over again. I didn't have the right combination there, but I'm going to watch how this squad finishes up and prepare myself for the finals and hopefully have a better game plan.
Excellent. So obviously you see why people roll multiple balls, and it's not always just having one ball or two balls. Multiple balls, obviously, with lane condition play, the lanes change so quickly, and then when you're crossing pairs with other people as well, it is nice to have something to change to if needed. Mike, so what's bowling mean to you as a whole? Like you said, you own a pro shop, just as I do. So obviously bowling means a lot in the sport, and then that kind of ties in with your profession too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bowling's in my blood. I grew up in a bowling center. My grandparents owned a center that my crib was in that place, and when I decided to walk away from the professional tour and doing it full time, I thought I could walk away, but it's just in my blood. I can't do it. I still love to bowl, and now that I don't compete as a profession, even though my profession is in the pro shop. I don't compete as a profession. I don't have nearly as much negativity in my life, and I can compete when I want instead of when I have to, and I enjoy it that way. I still love to bowl. I still love to compete, and fortunately, I'm pretty good at it, so I get to have a good time on the weekends and bowl a couple big ones every year. Hopefully my wrist is in better shape. Come first week of April, I can compete in the Masters.
That's awesome. Well, good luck to the Masters there if you end up making it there. Of course, next weekend, in the next few weeks, there's the Times News Open up in Erie, Pennsylvania, and Mike Machuga is usually one of the top contenders for that. And so keep a lookout for that. Mike, I just want to thank you for coming out and bowling today, making it to the top 4 in the first shift. And if you're lucky, you'll make it into the top 4 of the overall and get a 2-round bye.
That would be great. I wouldn't mind sitting out an extra game there and wait for everybody to come to me. So thank you for putting on a great tournament. Always good to be down here at Plaza Lanes, Meadville. You guys always do a great job. So thanks again.
You got it. Thanks, Mike. Well, I got Norm Felmley here. So Norm was on the top 4 today on the first shift. First 4 from the top shift does receive the first round bye. And Norm, where are you from?
I'm from a little town in Cranberry, north a little bit in between Pittsburgh and Erie.
So excellent. So if anyone knows where Cranberry's at, it's where Seneca Lanes would be, and everyone around here should know where Seneca Lanes is at. It is a sister company here of Plaza Lanes here, which has definitely been very grateful to us throughout this tournament. So, Norm, I know that you're kind of tied in with Plaza Lanes. You want to kind of share a little bit about that?
Yeah, when I was growing up, my parents actually worked at Seneca Lanes, where I basically grew up and lived in my hometown. When I was about 9 to 10 years old, my parents actually purchased Plaza Lanes. They've owned it here for about 20 years now. So they're doing really good work up here. I basically grew up here after high school and junior high. It was just nothing but coming up to the bowling alley. So lived my life in a bowling alley since I was about 2 or 3 years old. So it's great coming up here.
Norm, I know that you're more south here right now, so I really appreciate you making the trip up here. What are some of your most accomplishments with bowling in general?
Probably my most accomplishments that I look into, I was a junior high coach. Giving back to the youth is always something that I look forward to, and coaching what I know. Personal records, I got a couple high games of some 300s there. It's out there. A lot of people have them, but my biggest is helping out other people, helping out the youth of the area, keeping it alive.
That's awesome. Norm, I know that you're a great guy, and definitely appreciate you coming out today. So your totals today, this is a demanding shot. What's your current average in league?
I've actually taken a year off of league due to work. So I used to average about 215 to 220, but putting a lot of personal practice in without the league, I think has actually helped me, slowed me down. I would probably say it's still around 220, 225 is what it's currently at.
So it just kind of boggles my mind a little bit that you're not even bowling league currently, and you come out to the scratch tournament and you're qualifying third. And there's some great guys on this list. There's just people from all over the area, and it's just amazing to see how well you did today. And I wish you the best of luck on the top 4, or in the top 16 actually. So your ball choice, do you have a specific ball choice that you like to go with, or that you have? Are you brand specific or anything like that?
No, currently I'm not sponsored like some of the other guys in the area. So I'm free agent. Like, hey, why not try everything that's out there? Every company makes good bowling balls. Some are better than others and other people's opinions. So why not try all of them? See which one fits mine. Today I used the Motive ball, and then as well as a Brunswick. Had a couple tracks in my bag that I tried. So I'm all over the place, which is a good thing to do, though.
Well, you might be all over the place, but you were in the pocket today.
Yes.
So, and then as far as bowling in general, I know that you come from a bowling background with the family and things like that. But in general, what does bowling mean to you, and what's your current profession?
Bowling means a lot to me. Growing up in it with a family, it's something that I've always done. I know as well as when you get older, that's probably one of the most common sports, so it's going to be something that I'm going to be doing until I'm older. It's also great with friends. It's great with families, just to get out to have some fun. So with bowling, it's everybody. It's not just certain people. It's everybody out there. It can bring everybody together, even when you don't think it. So that's my biggest thing. My current profession, I'm a machinist. Just trying to make a living right now, so it's not really tied in. But sooner or later, I would like to move it to the business side and get into bowling a little bit more, whether owning a place of my own or working for companies out there. So
that's awesome. Well, once again, Norma, I appreciate you coming out and bowling today. Appreciate your support, and so thank you for coming out, and good luck and good bowling to you. Hope you make the top 4 and do the TV match play. Yeah. And hope to see you in the finals.
All right. Thank you very much.
You got it. Thank you. All right. Welcome to the top 4 here, the DPS Showdown. We got the top 4 finalists. What we're going to do is we're going to do a 1-game match play after the first game here. We're going to take the top 2. It's going to be a 2-game match play going into the last game to determine the champion here. So your number 1 seed, we have Bucky Buchanan. Bucky, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
He's going to be bowling the number 4 seed, Jeff Safino. We also have the number 2 seed, Gary Mcgranahan, and the number 3 seed, Matt Rubright. So we do have a variety of finalists from different areas. We got Gary's coming from Greenville, Bucky's from Mercer, Jeff Safino's from Warren, PA, and then Matt Rubright is coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for tuning in, and good luck, good bowling, guys.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, so we're about ready to start here. We got Bucky Buchanan starting here over on lane 5. Jeff Zafino on lane 6. This could be a one-game match play. Bucky Buchanan comes from Mercer, PA. Jeff Zafino is on lane 6 right now, leaving an 8 count. He's coming from Warren, PA. He actually holds some PBA titles on the senior tour.
He's got 27 regional titles.
With a demanding shot like this, those spares can be very difficult.
Yeah, spares were not givens this day at all. Not easy.
So on lane 5, we got Gary Mcgranahan coming from Greenville, PA. Those spares become very crucial here towards the end of the game. That rub right there on lane 6 coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I got Heather Gold here with me today, or Heather Lyon. My bad. So Heather Lyon, she's definitely a top contender here at these tournaments, and so she definitely knows what this condition was like today.
Yeah, it wasn't easy at all. Getting out was definitely OB. Stairs were very crucial today.
Sometimes when you hit the pocket there on the wrong side, it's to a benefit. You gotta take it. So the pattern put out today was the Alcatraz, and this pattern can be very tricky because it's hard to play on the inside, and you go to the outside and it's gonna just slide right through.
Yeah, you have to be pretty consistent on this. Inside was definitely hooking if you missed your mark only by a couple boards. A lot different than your typical league shot. Looks like a good shot from Gary.
Yeah, these bowlers just tend to start talking to themselves once they try to figure these things out.
Spare by Gary there. I had just asked Jeff before he started bowling how many regional titles he had. He has 27. One with Matt White. I think he said he has 15 of the senior ones, and then all the other ones are on the regular. Just a little soft on that lane.
So today we had 69 total entries for the tournament. Tournament went over pretty well. I believe we lost a few entries due to surrounding tournaments. Oh, that's a good break right there.
That was, yeah.
That makes up for some of those stone 8s that you'll leave. And once these guys get zoned in and they get rolling, they figure it out. They usually figure it out. So all these match play games are going to be bowled here on lanes 5 and 6. We'll see what happens here in the end. So these guys are getting into a groove now. Getting going.
All of them threw the ball real well all day. I think Matt was the only one, Matt and Jeff were the only ones playing outside of 10. But Matt had a really good look on the fresh with that.
So you could tell that Gary went around the side of the ball a little bit on that one. He didn't completely stay underneath it. He kind of kept the ball skidding more down the lane, kind of breaking off the point.
Covered by Gary. Break there.
Yes, it is. Those are ones you can't let go.
Yeah. Jeff's favorite line there that he has.
Right. I thought for a minute he's going to be on cruise control.
Yeah. He knew it was a bad shot, too.
That's why Bucky Buchanan is so good when you can carry stuff like that.
Yeah. On this stuff, take that all day.
Mm-hmm. So now, if you can see the scores at all from the camera's view, letter A is actually bowling letter C. So whoever wins on this match is going to advance to the top two, and B's bowling D. So right now,
Good shot by Gary on that lane.
It's pretty well even there on the B&D game. So today's payout, we're actually putting $1,000 on top for this tournament. So one of these 4 people are going to go home with $1,000, which would be nice for me.
Yeah. Would have been great.
That was a better ball by Bucky for sure.
Yes.
You could see the confidence in him when he let go.
He usually doesn't have a lot of shots like he did on the last ball in 5.
Just gotta take him and run.
That's right. Yeah, the payout's actually pretty good today. We took top 16. 16 through 13 are doubling their money, get 160%. And then the losers of their round after that, the second round, 12th through 9th, I believe it is, got 240 back. And then 8th through 6th place got 8th through 5th place got 300 back. Then 4th and 3rd place after this, 400, 2nd place being 600, and then top is the 1,000. So not a bad payout at all, actually. It's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely thank a lot of our sponsors that stepped in and helped with the donations of money and on the sponsorships. And so without them, of course, we got Street Track and Trail. They're our main sponsor. Definitely helped us out a lot, and they're a great family over there, and they do great jobs with their car division and also ATVs. So Chris Janazzo actually was the one that got me connected with them, and so they do a really good job out there, and the Lepley family really appreciate all they've done. Oh.
Wow, good break there, Bucky. Bucky with a good break on a bad shot. Jeff had a really good shot in lane 6 and left that 7-pin.
We also have Marquette Savings Bank, which helped with this event. We did like a combination. Basically, we're selling raffle tickets this year for a four-wheeler. I'm coming from Street Track and Trail, actually. So your first place prize is going to be a four-wheeler from Street Track and Trail. And your second and third prizes, we have Indians tickets and cash prizes coming from Marquette Savings Bank. So Marquette Savings Bank has definitely stepped up. Marquette Savings Bank is based out of Erie, Pennsylvania. So down here in Crawford County, there's some different offices as well that you can stop by and see. And uh-oh, Gary.
Got away with it.
Goes Brooklyn. This must be a left-handed house.
Yeah, I would go with that. That's where Matt was playing all day today. Yeah. Jeff.
Boy, that match, or C and A and C, is going to be pretty tight down to the wire.
Good shot.
Clutch.
Oh yeah, he knew that was good off his hand.
You ever hear when Bucky bowls that pop like every time?
When his hand comes out of the grips, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Gary got that one out a little wide. Gary with a spare. Bucky and Jeff are keeping this interesting for everybody here.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bad break there. It's a little high. Not really that bad though at all.
A shot like this, so you're going to be almost perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, this shot did not let you get away with much.
Oh, that was almost a 7-10.
Yeah, that was almost a really bad break for Jeff. Kind of giggles as he walks back, knowing that. Hold on.
Payton. I've seen this miss today.
I actually saw it quite a few times. That was shocking. Stuff we're not really used to seeing people miss.
It cost me $1 on Tuesday night league. If you miss, even if you leave a 5-pin, you gotta pay $1.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad we didn't jinx them.
Yeah, no. Would have felt bad after that.
How many times do you see that happen?
It's a really good shot from Bucky there.
That's pretty solid. Wow.
I cannot believe he carried that.
This is interesting here.
Yeah, it is.
think that locks it in right there.
It's a really good match there. Looks like we're going to have Bucky Buchanan and Gary Mcgranahan in the final two.
Looks like Jeff Sofino went 208 finish out. Bucky went 223. So heck of a match for sure. That's 208 and 223 are definitely some high scores from today.
Yeah. Yeah, 180s and high were pretty good here.
Mm-hmm. The cuts for the eliminator were pretty low.
Yeah, what was it, 166 for the first game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I had a lot of people saying, come by and just watch. And they were just saying how they should have bowled. And, you know, it's so easy to say that when you see how low these scores are.
Yeah.
Until you get on the lanes.
Right. Yeah, it is different for everybody, but it's not. It is funny when people come in here and just look at that low scores. Oh, I could have beat this and did that, and it's not even close to being the same as your normal league shot or house shot that you go to.
Yeah. Yeah, the cut for today for overall was minus 44. So what is that, like a 189 average? I mean, you don't even have to average.
Yeah.
Average 190 and you make cut.
Yeah, that's pretty much just like I said. It wasn't a striking game today. It was all about spares. Looks like Gary finished out with a 192.
Matt needs to strike out for a 150. So looks like Gary's going to move on now. That 150 game, it's one of those things where, you know, we're into a lot of games right now. And so these lanes are just, you know, starting to burn up in different ways. That's a good way to finish. It's on a high note, and unfortunately leave with a loss. But third and fourth place, the two people that are walking away, not making the finals on this top four, are still leaving with $400. So $400 is pretty good if you ask me. All right, we're getting ready to go into the final match here. We got Gary Mcgranahan starting over here on lane 5. Bucky Buchanan. It's kind of crazy. We had bowlers from Buffalo and Ohio and all over the place. Both these bowlers are from Mercer County.
It was almost a bad break for Gary.
So this is actually going to be a 2-game total pin match play. Winner will take home $1,000. Second place will be going home with $600.
Should be a fun match to watch. Both are really good bowlers. Both of them bowl together. Really good friends. So
they're kind of lined up in the same area too.
They are, yeah.
Bucky looks pretty serious right now.
Yeah, he does.
Very rare do you get Bucky to smile though.
That's what I told him the other day. I said, you always look like you're mad. You can be shooting 900 and you look like the maddest person in the world.
So Steve's Pro Shop out of Jefferson, Ohio, is actually donated $100 for the first 300.
That was a really nice donation.
Yeah, there hasn't been a 300 yet, and he said that this goes through the finals.
Does it? Oh, that's good.
So-
Usually that cuts off after qualifying. So.
I know. When he was leaving today, he said, if anyone shoots one in the finals, let me know. I'll pay the $100.
That's awesome of him. It's a little tight. Hold it off.
Tight again.
Yeah, it was.
One of those things, though, you don't want to pitch it out.
That's kind of how I was today. Those last 2 games of the first block, I just kept it really tight, kept my angles close together, just making sure I wasn't giving the head pin away, because the minute you leaked it right just a little bit, it was gone. Saw a lot of gutters today.
Uh-oh. So this is a 2-game total pin match play for the champion. Sometimes it hurts to bowl 1 game and lose to a $400 spread. So I wanted to do a 2-game match play. It keeps it interesting.
I always liked that idea. I like the 2-game finals. So you got that out there pretty early.
So we have our top 16 actually. Number 16 was John George. He's coming from Pittsburgh. It's kind of funny because the cut was minus 44, and that's what he was. And it jumped that the fourth game.
Right, yeah.
About 20 pins. And he actually left the building, and we had to call him to tell him to get back for finals.
That's what he is. He was on his way home already.
So. Oh,
that was a really good shot. That would have been an awful break for him.
I don't even know what pin that was that came back out. And that was, kicked it out. Number 15th today was Dan Francis. He had a pretty good showing. He's from Erie, Pennsylvania.
14th was Sam DeWitt. He is from Pittsburgh as well, I believe. Sam did pretty good as well today. 13th seed was Jeff Safino. Obviously, he from Warren, Pennsylvania, but he bowled really well. We just saw him here in the Final Four. 12th was Trent
Padkiss.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah, is he from Pittsburgh as well?
He's, I believe, from the Mercer, Greenville area.
Really?
Actually, he's a youth bowler.
I was gonna say I just saw he bowled really well at Cambridge. I bowled my first first match against him when we did match play.
So good kid, great bowler. Anyone who's familiar with Nick Archaki here in the local area, Trent bowls a lot of stuff with him. He didn't get the kick like Bucky did.
No, he didn't.
So number 11, we had Eric Bader. I believe Eric's from like Brunswick, Ohio. I'm not even sure how far away that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure how far that is either. 10th, we had Josh Hetrick.
I'm not sure where Josh is from.
Me neither. We saw Matt already. He was a 9th seed. He was here in the Final Four from Pittsburgh. I bowled with him, I believe, at Playmore over the summer. He bowled in a couple of the summer sport shot leagues that James Hiles hosts out there.
I think he qualified. I'm not sure what he qualified as far as score-wise, but I know he was doing really good.
He was. I was watching him second shift, and he was playing right up the gutter and had a really good look with it. I think he he went like 240, 260 the first 2 games, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, he had a really good look with it.
That gets you right in.
Yeah.
There's a Dana Voitvich. He's coming from Buffalo, New York, actually.
Yep.
So he bowled yesterday.
Lucky. That's unusual of him.
Can't be chopping those bears. But Dana's, he was number 8th, and he just bowled in Canada yesterday. And he was telling me, and just thought it was kind of funny, when they paid him out, they paid him in Canadian money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he's like, I made $100 Canadian.
Yeah,
And,
I did hear they did that. Yeah, he's two-handed, I believe, correct?
I don't think he is. Jared Schoener is the two-handed one.
Okay.
But actually, Dana lost to Matt Rubright.
Mm-hmm.
And then right here.
No, Dana is two-handed.
Is he?
Yeah, I bowled with him out in Buffalo a few times.
Okay.
And then our number 7 seed was Norm Felmley. Norm bowled really well today.
And then Norm's parents, Dean and Stephanie, are actually. Ooh.
Lucky again with a miss.
But Norm's parents, Dean and Stephanie, are the owners here at Plaza Lanes. So it was nice to see both of the boys come to the tournament today.
Number 6 is Choreo Paula. He is from Erie. We call him Corey the Kid. He is an up-and-coming bowler and is actually an amazing bowler. Really good kid. He works with Mike Machuga a lot. Bowls with me on Thursdays at Rolling Meadows, but he throws it fantastic. He is definitely one of the kids to watch that's up-and-coming right now.
I know last year he won a tournament up in Erie.
Green Garden, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and he was zoned in that day, and I mean he throws a really good ball.
Yeah, he does.
Good kid for sure. So number 5th was Mike Machuga out of Erie. Everybody is probably familiar with Mike and his name. He has a PBA status, and he's known for the Machuga flop. That's one thing I would never do.
No, I'm surprised he was still able to do it with the age difference that he is now.
I know.
No, he still does it though every time he wins.
So, and right here we got Gary Mcgranahan. He was actually the number 4 seed. So the top 4 actually are in this final match. They did have a 2-round bye, which was kind of nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
And then number 3 seed was Jared Schoener. I'm not really familiar with Jared.
He's two-handed actually.
Is he?
I believe he's two-handed, and he's from the Pittsburgh area.
Is he okay?
So pretty good.
Number 2 seed here is Bucky Buchanan. He just threw that shot, that good strike there. He is from the Mercer area, I believe. Mm-hmm. We see him a lot. He wins a lot of tournaments. He throws a really good ball.
He's kind of quiet, but
he is, yeah.
He's personable at the same time.
Yes, yep. If you get to know him a little bit, it kind of opens up a little bit, but he is definitely a person to keep your eye on while you're bowling. He's usually always in the top 4 or 5 of the tournaments. He's really focused.
Yeah. He's always got that zoned-in look.
He does, yeah. It's always a good thing to have. And then our number 1 seed was actually Alan Felmley, brothers with Norm. Alan won me first squad and then completely changed his look. Went from playing into second squad, playing out with a lot of surface and urethane, and just killed it.
Just shredded it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that the first shift, Alan was hit or miss.
Right.
And he throws a good fastball.
Yes. Yeah, that second shift, though, he had just had the look that nobody else had. There was only, a couple people that were actually plus for qualifying. How many? There's probably like a handful of people that were plus for qualifying. And then Alan was the only one that was even close. He was plus 100 and a little over 100, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Gary and his tight line that he's playing there, you can probably hearing that he asked for the ball to push. Didn't want that to hug through the face and potentially leave us some sort of a split for him that would give Bucky an opening.
It's looking pretty close here.
Mm-hmm. Bucky can punch for 223.
202 now.
Yeah, 202 now after his 9 count. Let go of the ball. I couldn't see what was left there.
Nice.
That was a good shot.
So even though this is a 2K match play, it really doesn't matter who wins this game specifically. But you definitely want to have that edge going in the next game.
Yeah.
You don't want to be pedaling backwards and
No.
trying to catch up. Looks like if he picks us up, it's going to be a 192. Gary's going to step on the throttle, possibly.
It's got that nice hold in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. There's a couple other people I want to thank to make this all happen. Obviously, Armstrong Cable came out today. I think this is an awesome setup.
It is, yeah.
Something fun.
Right.
Brings the community together here locally. We got some bowlers from outside the area. Some of the people in Crawford County bowled, and we'll, put the results up later.
It's nice for people that don't really get to experience this a lot, so it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. Ooh, that carry for Gary.
Should get him a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
That carried for Gary.
Yep. Yeah, Gary's got some good breaks for the day. And on this stuff, you take those all day.
Mm-hmm. So your top 4 qualifying in the first shift today actually also received a $25 gift certificate for the Chop House.
For Cannon's Chop House, yeah.
So that was a good donation.
That was a good donation. Their food is amazing. We actually just went to lunch there the other day. They're probably one of the best steaks I've had ever.
Oh. Yeah, we went there the other night also, and like you said, the steaks are just so good.
Yeah, they are, yeah. But it's nice for a local business to be able to donate.
Right.
Yeah, so it's good for them.
And I know some of the bowlers actually, in between the breaks, went over there for lunch.
Did they?
Yeah.
That was good.
I know Dana. He's from Buffalo, and he won one of those cards.
Yep.
And he said he went over there, and it was really good.
Yeah. So it looks like Gary finished with a 226, and Bucky has a 191. So a little bit of a lead for Gary going into this next game, but it's definitely doable. Can hear Gary back here yelling for Bucky. They said they're pretty good friends and probably enjoy bowling each other.
Last couple shots didn't really come up.
It's a really fine line for Gary right there. I notice it. If he just gets a little bit of a handful, it is going, and then gets it out just a little bit, it's not coming back. Wow.
We also have Leonard's Towing, Kurt Bernizer Construction, Ty Roads Racing, Dodson's Pro Shop, and of course Plaza Lanes, the thing. They've hosted this as far as the bowling center. Dodson's Pro Shop was putting this all together.
Plaza did really good today here. We didn't have many issues as far as waiting for things to be fixed or getting set up and stuff, so they were pretty fast with everything. Never had any problems here.
Ooh, that might have cleared the whole deck.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty awesome to see him pick up like a 7-10 split or something right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not leave it, but...
Right, yeah. Be good for the show for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, he pitched that.
Yeah, he did.
He knew it too.
As soon as he let go of it.
Some of your local bowlers that came out today to bowl here from Crawford County. We had Don Granda Jr. came out, Darren Hargett bowled, Shane Waterhouse bowled.
He did, yeah. Shane's starting to come around now.
Yeah, he's bowling a lot better.
He is, yeah.
He went from two-handed to one-handed.
I did forget. I forgot he threw two-handed before, yeah. No, I bowled with him at Cambridge. He was bowling really well, and I think I bowled in a couple small tournaments.
Ryan Payton, he's a good kid. He's been bowling a lot of stuff lately, and he was in it until the last game, and unfortunately, transition got caught up with him. And
I think that happened for a lot of people. Transition was tough on this today. It was very tough, especially where the pattern is what you would typically do for people that aren't used to it. It was the opposite move than what they're used to, so it's kind of different for them. But
I know Sam DeWitt was like minus 22. Jeff Safino was minus 25. And they were both sitting, in concern that they weren't going to make the top 16.
Yeah. Yep.
And after game 4 of the last shift, I mean, it dropped down to minus 44. I think it shocked a lot of people.
Yeah, it did. I didn't think my call for it was minus 23. I thought that would have been a good number after first squad, and then looking at the beginning, I thought it would have been a good thing. But I was really surprised by when we heard that.
Right. I said minus 19 this morning when I first woke up.
Yeah. Yep.
I looked at my phone, the weather, and it said minus 19 degrees out. So I'm like, no, that's a good number for the day.
No, you would have thought it was definitely different than what people were expecting. Which is it's nice. It's nice not having a shootout, not having to be plus 150 to make the cut. So.
Right. I was honestly thinking when I put the shot down, it was going to be around even to maybe 10 to 20 over.
That would have been about a good. All the times that I've been or have bowled on Alcatraz, it's usually about what it was. It was similar, but here, just the way the lanes are and the surface and stuff on them, it's definitely different from how it would normally play for everybody. But like I said, the main thing today was just your spare Unfortunately, my spare game was off today for
Right.
the first 2 games. But other than that, it was, if you can make your spares and just try to keep clean games, you were in the cut easy.
Bucky's trying to make that comeback now.
Yeah.
It's where all these little spares that are missed really means a lot.
What was our high game for today? 279?
I think it was Allen.
Was it Allen?
279.
279, yep.
Could be 280 if Bucky strikes out.
Help? Yeah, it was plus 104 for Allen. Bucky was 80 or 66 over.
So it's crazy because Gary led his squad, and he's bowling in the finals right now.
Yep.
And Bucky actually was second on the shift. It's kind of odd it worked out that way.
Mm-hmm. That's a good break on that.
So next weekend's actually the Times News Open up in Erie. So that's always a fun tournament. That's why I planned this weekend, because it's the week before.
Well, it's a good weekend for all of us. I think a lot of the times there really haven't been any other tournaments around here that the local people that would go to, I guess.
Right.
So it's kind of nice everybody wanted to come out and bowl and practice and get ready for the times, since we bowl Saturday and Sunday, and then
Conditions you a little bit.
yes, yep.
Gary's asking us the difference, and we're just the commentators. I gotta thank Stacy and my wife Stacy and Ryan Park and Sean Park. They were definitely a huge help today as I was trying to keep everybody attentive. They were really doing all the work for
Yes.
me.
Stacy did a lot of everything for you today.
I wanted to bowl so bad, and she told me if you bowl, I'm walking out.
Have to listen.
I
Have to
know.
listen to your wife. It's nice though to have people that you can count on to help you out and do that, because it is really hard running a tournament, making sure everybody's happy, that everything's going the way it's supposed to, things aren't getting missed or lost. So everything went really smooth today. I think you guys did a really good job.
I don't think we really had anything major.
No, brackets got paid out fast in nice timely
Did they?
fashion. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Ryan was doing all that, so yeah. And what Heather talks about these brackets is just like a little bit of side action that people do. So on top of the prize money that we're handing out today, as people enter themselves into brackets and side pots and stuff, kind of helps them kind of bet on themselves to make a little bit more money. And so as I look at the score, it looks to be pretty even for total score right now. Not sure exactly what the gap is.
Bucky had 191, and Gary, I believe, had 225. Oh, 226 for Gary. So.
Oh, 35 pin difference. It's almost, we're close to that right now. Got that out.
He did. Oh. That came back a lot farther than I thought it would.
Right. Wrap that 7 pin.
Yep.
Definitely should have gone, but without that nice lift, it could have not even hit the head pin.
That 10 got kicked out late too, so surprise.
If both bowlers actually strike out right now. It's clutch.
Yeah, that's a good shot there. You needed that.
Gary could go 215. Bucky could go 239. It's a 24 pin difference.
Yeah, and Gary was up by 35 going into this game, so that's pretty tight.
That's in 2 games. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
Like I said, this is why the two game final match is nice, because like I said, Gary bowled really well the first game. Bucky struggled a little bit, and then coming back, it's flip-flop now.
right. I mean, you never know what could happen here.
Yeah, especially with how Gary's throwing it, trying to play that tight line right there. He doesn't have much room for error. That's out. It needs help. Wow, that was
That's a solid corner pin right there.
that was a lot of 9 there for Gary.
That would have been a good carry.
Yeah, what if this place does carry a lot as far as non-pocket hits. I watched that today. A lot of pins bouncing around, and
If you hit the pocket, sometimes you're not sure.
yes, yeah, I left a couple buried 8 pins, 9 pins, a few route 10s. My light hits were a lot better.
The carry is a lot different, obviously, on a sport pattern
Correct.
too.
Yeah.
From a house pattern. Ooh, that's a good kick. He needed that.
Yep. Gary really needs a ball, I think. Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what that, almost like that fallback shot that you're playing.
Right.
Yep, that's kind of, if you're not.
Like, it looked like a good shot.
It was, yeah. But
Just
playing,
fast.
Yeah, that angle that he comes in at just didn't get enough to not even turn the corner, but.
What were we talking about, Gary?
Yes, that we were. Chance? Ooh.
Oh.
That was a good try, Gary.
At least a 5, 10, 7. That's good.
That could have been the 5, 7, 10.
It could. Could have been a strike.
Looks like a good shot. Oh,
I think that wraps that up.
that does.
So this is why a 2-game match play is so important, because Gary, I mean, he was off to a good start. And
Yeah.
And Bucky just kind of came back this game.
Collected all his thoughts after his few missed spares that he had that last game.
Right. I bet you Gary is thinking right now he wishes it was 1 game.
Right.
You know, the thing is, that's going to be different. Is Bucky doesn't talk. So how am I going to interview him here when we're done?
I can get him to say some words, I bet. All right. Looks like Gary finished 184 and Bucky with the 228, so that locks it up for Bucky.
Quite the match. I mean, you guys could see how demanding the shot was today and how important these spares are. So, thank you for tuning in here, and we're going to do a quick interview with Bucky here in a minute and wrap this up. Thank you so much for coming out. Once again, thanks to our sponsors for Street Track and Trail, Market Savings Bank, Armstrong Cable. Just very excited that you were able to come in and help me out.
Yeah, thanks
with
for
this.
asking me.
Definitely.
That was fun. It's a fun experience, though.
Right. So thanks again, and we'll be right back. All right, so we got the top 2 here for the DPS Showdown at Plaza Lanes in Meadville, PA, and it was quite a shootout, as you can see. Gary, I mean, you had the first game locked in, locked and loaded, and I'm not really sure what happened there. Spares are crucial. Bucky just kind of really took control there towards the second game. Gary, just want to thank you for coming out, and congratulations on your second place finish. Really appreciate you coming. Would you like to say anything?
I just want to say thank you to Josh and for running the tournament, and thank you to all the sponsors that were able to give some money to help out the sport.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out.
Congratulations to Bucky.
So it's kind of crazy. Both these guys are from the Mercer County area. We had bowlers from all over the place. And so the 2 guys from Mercer County in the top finals. So I think you guys were the only 2 from Mercer County here.
Huge.
Bucky, congratulations on the win today. I mean, you definitely had to come back and make this happen. I mean, I've seen you do it so many times. Would you like to say anything today?
Yeah, I just got to thank Josh and Stacey for running this, and Plaza Lanes. This is a big thing. First win 2018. See if we can get plenty more. Yeah. See how it goes. All the sponsors. No. It was a struggle, but hey, we come out on top.
Right. I mean, just looking at the score, you definitely picked up your spares that last game, came through. So congratulations once again. You get to take home $1,000 and a nice little trophy there. So
Thank you.
all right, buddy. Thanks again.